Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne. I got a video for that. Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. Today, I am doing something that I've never done on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be sharing with you a video from a homeless female veteran in West LA talking to two, not one, but two VHA directors. And she has been red flagged. And it seems like she is having major issues in getting treatment. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. Okay, everyone, again, this is not a video that I recorded. It came up on my timeline, and I wanted to share this with veterans. And I hope that you share this on your social media because we need to bring awareness to it. It's a female veteran, homeless female veteran in Los Angeles, and she is saying she has been red flagged by VHA, Veterans Healthcare Administration. Now, I tried to Google red flag or restriction on the VA's website, and I could not find anything. So if you, a veteran, or know another veteran that has been red flagged, leave me a comment and let me know what that is. I'll continue to try and figure out what it is. Now, under VBA, there was times where veterans had did certain things, and whenever they came to the regional office, they had to have a police escort. Now, this young lady's name is Jessica Miles. If anybody out there in LA that know this particular veteran, I don't know how old this video is, have her to get in contact with me at info at kmd89.com. I would like to help out my organization, KMD89 VA Claims Consulting, and my nonprofit. So if you're in LA and you know this or recognize this young lady, have her to reach out to me. Let's go ahead and get into today's video.
Of course, Coon, you've all been CC'd, you've all discarded my emails. But acquiescence is simply acceptance in law. So I've asked you, Simon so politely sent me a letter in the mail 2 years ago, female Army veteran. I'm the one that broke out her windows, dragged her by the feet, and threw her in jail at 1 in the morning because I can't be here, per VAPD. So let's back up. You sent me a letter 2 years ago stating that I was red flagged. Remember that? I responded several times. We went back and forth because what's your legitimate reason for red flagging me? Never was violent, never threatening anyone, etc. So you all did nothing about it, right? Discarded my rebuttal for an entire year. So then I'm apprised, per my notes, because we have access to that you all just pretty much renewed this doggone red.
Now, here you see whoever uploads this video, it says she's speaking at a town hall to Director Robert Merchant and John Kuhn. I found these individuals on the VA's website, and after I share this video, towards the end, I'm going to share with you their profiles.
Red flag. How are you renewing a red flag? You didn't even, one, speak to the veteran. Two, you never had a legitimate reason to begin with. And once I appealed that red flag, you're supposed to provide me with the next person in the chain of command since you didn't agree. Although you had no evidence and no factual information to place this red flag on a veteran's account. So for those who don't know about red flag, it makes it extremely hard for a veteran to get housing. Also, when you go to see your psychiatrist, they call VAPD on you. That's 3 officers, so that's 3 loaded guns on me and my daughter just trying to see my psychiatrist because you wrongfully red flagged me. So I'm trying to understand, who do I speak to if the top executives aren't doing their job? But then you stand here and you placate, oh, we love the veterans, we care for the veterans, blah, blah, blah. Correction, I've been waiting 3 years for housing. 3 years. Never received any notification or proper documentation. It's called an adverse notice per the law. Never was provided, just Coombs' opinion that I wouldn't comply. And then have CTRS telling me, oh, you're 100%, which is a HIPAA violation, which is my next question. What are you all doing? Because don't forget, you're a hospital. I'm a nurse. There are laws that you're supposed to follow, but you're so focused on stealing the land that you're forgetting you're a medical facility. So when I write you emails and letters apprising you that my HIPAA has been violated again, recently, dropped it off to patient experience, there was no follow up. Why is someone from the NAACP, which I am not affiliated with, going into my medical records? That's a HIPAA violation. It's on a recorded phone call, and then it was documented with your patient experience office over 2 weeks ago. You've yet to contact me. When I was physically assaulted last year, you ignored it. Merchant, Robert, you, Kuhn, Simon, all three of you have over 100 emails from this female Army veteran with my dependent. So do not placate that we help families, we care about veterans, and then you all just give us the runaround. You left me in CTRS for 2 years.
Also, leave me a comment and let me know if you had any interactions with VHA, Veterans Healthcare Administration, one of the VA medical centers or vet centers, the location, and if you felt like you've gotten the runaround, especially from any directors or patient advocates. She did mention patient experience or something. I never heard that before. I've heard of patient advocate. Maybe they changed the name. But leave me a comment and let me know.
Waiting on Westwood. 2 years. You just waited for my daughter to no longer qualify for the program. So who is next in the chain of command? Because you're obviously not the guy. And this is the female veteran who emailed you over 100 times. Not once have you responded. So what accountability are you standing up here today claiming to possess? So just to recap, my red flag, it needs to be addressed and handled. I am not an incompetent veteran. When you want to red flag me, you better have a legitimate reason. You had none. I gave you hell of evidence on why you have no legitimate reason to red flag me. As a result of your wrongful red flag, I can't get my psychiatry service. I can't get my regular PCP per cert, nothing. Because the screen flashes when Miles come into any of the offices. So addressing my red flag that I've been emailing you about since you wrongfully placed it, addressing my HIPAA violations. You violated me first with CTRS and Westwood. That's an email documentation. You can deny it all day, Kuhn, but it's an email documentation. So every reason you said I was denied for, no one else is saying that but you. You see how it's not correlating? So those two things need to be addressed, and then I have one more. Oh, that's right. You broke out my windows and impounded my car, and no one reimbursed me. Not even an apology. And then you reprimanded the wrong officer. Garcia, yeah, he's a pig. But he actually said, let's just give her a ticket because I have all 14 of the body cams. Moving forward, the officer who should have been reprimanded is.
I'm going to tell you, once you submit that FOIA request for that body cam, that's it. Because those cameras don't lie, okay? They got everything on there.
Still harassing me. And no one's doing anything about it. So if Miles parks here, Miles get a $73 ticket. But if anyone else parks here, there's nothing on their windshield. And I make a video every time because that seems like discrimination against the veteran you've already traumatized not even a year ago. So you're telling everyone that you take care of the veteran. When are you going to respond to one of my emails for the last 2 years? When are you actually going to do something? I've been on rapid rehousing for a year, a federally funded program. How on God's green earth are we still sleeping in the car? Federally funded, everything's paid for. It's not even that bash excuse. There's no reason. So where is the advocacy when that veteran shows up for the housing? Where was US Vets, who's putting in my notations that I'm refusing housing? You mean Skid Row, where children are allowed, not Inglewood, where children are allowed. So how are you notating in my account that the veteran is denying housing? And I only know this because of the NAACP, that one of your employees allowed to access my medical records. That's a HIPAA violation. So when are we going to do something about the female veteran? Because she's still very much here with her dependent. Per Kuhn, who told me to go get her so that we can be housed.
That's Kuhn right there in the jacket. Like I said, I found both of these individuals' profile on va.gov, and I'll share it with you after we finish up. this video.
Isn't that how it happened, Checkpoint? And then I go and get her, and then you give me all this nonsense.
John Kuhn said that she wasn't being housed because she wasn't with her daughter, so she went and got her daughter, and now they've been living in the car outside of the mansion.
After Westwood and I agreed initially, we'll give you 30 days after you move in to go get your daughter. Everything is recorded. I mean, it's just beautiful. Because remember, acquiescence is acceptance. So you can ignore me, but the documentation is still there. So just so it's clear, Jessica Miles has asked them a million times, when are you going to do something for the female veteran? And Braverman should have left all this with you. So it shouldn't be, oh, this is new. You should have been well kept up.
Braverman story, the same thing. Before you was Braverman. So
And he did the same thing you did.
All my
Nothing.
So,
No accountability. Simon's more worried about people he don't even know smoking than addressing the wrong red flag.
and the VA promotes Braverman to a higher position to watch over all you guys.
So
That's
just
what's
so
crazy.
you know, HIPAA violations are still continuing.
Crazy that you guys can actually sleep like
Still sleeping in the car. You never reimbursed me for the trauma, October 9th, 1:41 in the morning. And we're still not housed, Merchant. You all see me every day. You know this. So just so it's out there, Miles wants to know what's the updates.
And CPS separated her and her daughter for
Right,
months.
and the two months of separation for my
Yeah,
daughter
which
because
she was
I
in
guess
foster.
female veterans can't be here. But you all have made that very clear that male veterans are the priority. Right now, recorded call, because you all are always recorded, Westwood apprised me that we have openings, but it's only for a male veteran family. How are you all trying to segregate the veterans? Because that's what, so you're saying you have a unit available, but you're gonna keep it empty, even though there's a female veteran family, you're just gonna ignore that and wait for a male veteran. That's your VA in West LA. That's your VA. That's all I got. They don't care.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he's gonna apologize.
He'll say
I
something.
doubt it.
They're gonna gaslight.
He has no accountability for the last year.
I hope John Kuhn gets the mic. John Kuhn should get the
If I
mic.
was, I would have said at
John
7
Kuhn.
o'clock we're done. So
John Kuhn
you have
should
my
get
commitment, we'll look at the red flag, I'll get the HIPAA violation reported to our privacy officer.
Violations.
Fair enough.
And Salvation Army, she should be there tonight. She shouldn't be in the car. There's an opening, she's saying.
Sleep right in
So
front of
Can
Salva-
we get her a house somewhere tonight right now? You just said you'll get an Uber and house a veteran immediately. Can you house her and her daughter? How about that commitment to housing a family? We just watched a video saying an Uber will come and get a veteran and bring him to safety. Can we get her to safety tonight before your pigs harass her again?
Sally, Deborah,
Sally doesn't respond to anything.
Are you kidding me? She's
Sally
very
Hammond
difficult.
hasn't responded to her once. Sally Hammond hasn't responded once.
sir, you've been very patient. Thank you.
I have trouble speaking sometimes because I have aphasia.
Amen.
Okay, so let me stop that. So that's the end of the video. Very touching. You know, there's two sides to every story, but if she's telling, I don't have any reason to doubt her. I don't have any other information. But man, if she's saying is what she's saying is true, you know, VHA got a huge problem, and this is just one veteran. Okay, this is one veteran telling her story. This was posted 5 days ago. Her name is Jessica Mills, and wow, you know, I'm almost at lost words now. There's hundreds of maybe thousands of other veterans out there that are going through the same thing, but this really touched me, and I was like, hey, I got to share this with other veterans. So make sure you share this with other veterans on your social media. Now, again, as I stated earlier, if anybody out there that knows this young lady, that you're in LA, maybe you know her, you recognize her, have her to contact me. Okay, she can email me at info at KMD Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. Have her to reach out to me. And also, I'm gonna make a challenge, and this is something I've never done before as well. You know, if I can get a hold of this lady and there's something that, you know, my company, my nonprofit can do. And also I'm going to challenge other veterans out there with YouTube channels. You know who you are. let's connect and, maybe we can do something. I have 2 companies. My marketing team is out in LA. Another company I work with is out in LA. I have a couple of clients in Orange County and in between San Diego and LA. I challenge you, reach out to me. Let's see if we can get a hold of this veteran and do something. Now, there's hundreds of other veterans out there that need help. I get it. And I'm a small organization and I can't help everybody. But this her story just really touched me. Okay. So again, I'm gonna throw that challenge out there to other YouTubers that are talking about the VA claims process. And any veterans that may know this young lady or that are in LA. Okay, how to reach out to me. Now, I am going to share these 2 individuals that was in the video. Okay, their particular profile, so you could get a little bit of background on them. Okay, so this is Mr. Merchant. He was an individual that was standing up, and you know what? He missed the opportunity because when the other veteran was saying, "Hey, what can you do? What can you do?" These are individuals that are in positions that can actually housed her that particular night. Now, again, it was posted 5 days ago. I don't know when this was. I have to do additional research to see on the VA's website when was the town hall for the West LA VA MC. Okay. And they could have done something, but I think he missed a huge opportunity to go ahead and address that. It seems like he had some support staff there as well. He could have said, hey, go to the back, see this person. Let's get this lined out. And they could have. I'm not saying that they didn't. But this individual, his name is Robert Merchant, was appointed interim medical center director, VA Greater Los Angeles Healthcare System. Okay, in May 2023. So as I'm reading down through this, I'm going down, I'm going down, I'm going down, I'm going down, and look what I see. Okay, United States Navy Reserve, 12 years, and is an Operation Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom veteran. He is a veteran himself. And again, Mr. Merchant, I don't know the entire story, but I will say this. I think you missed the opportunity there at the end to address some of those concerns. I know you couldn't get too in depth, but when those veterans start saying, hey, can we get her housing tonight? Something as simple as, hey, let's stick around and see what we could do. And maybe he did it after, I couldn't find any other videos on this. Okay. So let me share the other gentleman. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Let me pull him up. Now, this gentleman, he was the one that was seated, and his facial expression did not change throughout the entire video. And I'm not judging these individuals because I wasn't there. I'm not, I don't have any other details on Miss Miles' situation about the red flag. And again, if you know about this red flag, leave me a comment because this is the first time that I've heard that. Now, when I worked for VBA, there were veterans that in their files I would see where they had some type of restriction. They didn't restrict them, but when they would come to the regional office, once they came in, they had to have a police escort because of some reason, whatever that reason was, I don't know. And then they were escorted out once they finished completing their business. Now, this individual, Ms. Miles, she's red flag. She can't, according to her PCP, primary care physician, and a psychiatrist, she can't see them. She's restricted. Okay. So this individual, John Kuhn, is Deputy Medical Center Director, VA Greater Los Angeles Healthcare. Now, again, these are individuals that can make things happen in the same day. Okay. Again, I don't know the entire situation, but right here, let's see, Mr. Kuhn, I'm going to read this. I'm going to highlight it. It says, Mr. Kuhn has been given a responsibility for overseeing the community engagement and re-engagement services, which cares for veterans experiencing homelessness and has oversight of the implementation of the West Los Angeles Campus Master Plan. Reintegration, I'm sorry, I left that out. Community Engagement and Reintegration Service, CERS. Okay. So you can go through his profile is a little bit more than Mr. Merchant's. I didn't see anything about him being a veteran. Okay. Anything like that. Did I say Falono? Okay. Yeah. So I don't want to take up too much time with that. But again, if anybody knows this young lady, Miss Miles, have her to reach out to me, info@kmd89.com. And also, I'm sending out a challenge to other YouTubers out there that talk about the VA claims process and see what we can do collectively to help this particular individual. Now, again, I understand there's hundreds, and more, I would say thousands of veterans out there that are in need of something. I'm a small organization. I try to do what I can do in the community. But again, this really touched me. I saw it out there on YouTube. So make sure you share it with other veterans. Okay. So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.